It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Andy Dalton. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Panthers and the Chiefs, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys in the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do, and I think that's exactly
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They are led out by the veteran, the one they call the Red Rifle, dating back to his old days at TCU. It's Andy Dalton.
the man known around the league as the Red Rifle, and what an NFL career he's had up until this point, Mike. I mean, think back. At one point, he's the Pro Bowl quarterback routinely leading his team to the playoffs. Now, he's the experienced backup. He's bringing a lot of veteran presence to every locker room he finds himself, and one thing's for certain. When he gets a shot to play in the game, you could certainly do a lot worse than having him in your starting lineup.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Dalton. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Mingo, the man in motion. Dalton to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll try and run it with Brooks. Call it a gain of 13. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Now it's Dalton. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Dalton. Catch made right side by Thomas. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the Chiefs' 35-yard line.
A run with Brooks. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Here's Dalton. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, two-time regular season MVP, three-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC. Greg?
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. Got a man, that's Rashee Rice. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Kadarius Toney, the intended target for that one, and it'll bring up second down. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, on is the Chiefs' new punter for 2024, Matt Ariza. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Panthers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
And when the Panthers decided to make the change from the former 1st overall pick Bryce Young to Andy Dalton, it was to make throws like this, Mike. The ability, push the ball downfield, get through your progressions and your reads, bring a little life to this Panthers offense that over the last couple years has really been one of the worst in the league.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
On the ground, they go with Brooks. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Brooks. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And now it's going to be 3rd down. A carry now for Brooks. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he'll take this forward for about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Dalton.
12-yard line.
The outside, complete to Thomas. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll motion over Thielen. Throwing, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Pass complete. That's Kadarius Toney. He's inside the 40. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's from the right side and corralled by Thielen. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. A give inside, it's Brooks. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The motion man is Johnson. He'll look to throw. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jonathan Brooks out of the backfield. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. Mecole Hardman, the return man for the Chiefs. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on second down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Chiefs on top, and we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Third and a yard. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Matt Araiza now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Jonathan Brooks coming out for their next possession. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Tremble comes in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This throw left side taken in by Johnson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The motion man is Sanders. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds, up past the 35-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's a Carolina first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast, snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Back to the air once more. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. That's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They put Kelce in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs extend their advantage to 14-3.
Panthers 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Tremble comes in motion. To throw is Dalton. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Now
3rd and 5. They'll motion over Thielen. Now it's Dalton. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
And this is the predicament that a lot of defenders find themselves in, Mike, when the quarterback decides to scramble. They've got 2 options. Stay in coverage and don't give up the big play over your head, but then it opens up a lot of rush lanes for the quarterback and his legs. But now, in this case, he decides to gamble a little bit. He rolls the dice that he can get to the quarterback and abandon his coverage responsibilities. It pays off, and he's able to come away with the sack.
Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They put Kelce in motion. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes. Looking middle. He's got Kelce. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard.
At the Panthers' 49-yard line.
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. A handoff to Pacheco. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Dalton. He'll get this to his tight end, Jatavian Sanders. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Dalton working from the... That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And he is going to score a pick 6 for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Butker now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Chiefs move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Panthers 3.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Mingo, the man in motion. Now Dalton. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Dalton to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's a handoff to Brooks. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Off play action. He'll set up to throw. His tight end Tremble over the middle.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. Here's third down and a few inches. Tremble comes in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And it looks like he's gonna have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal. It is a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run it here with Hubbard. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Mingo, the man in motion. Here's Dalton. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a 3-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
1st and 10 for Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the 1st down, Chiefs.
That's complete left side to Tony. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Still first down.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
A gain of 5.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Panthers' 19-yard line.
Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target, and it'll lead to a second and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. He's got it at the 3. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Once more from the 2. Third and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Now it's Dalton. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Dalton. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. On the ground, it's Brooks. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Receiver in motion, going right. Final play of this first half. Here's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visitors, the Chiefs, out on top as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. It's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. J.J. McCarthy, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. had a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They put Kelsey in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Throwing now, Mahomes. And he gets that to Hardman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run with Pacheco. And he's bottled up after a gain of 1 yard. 3rd down, 3 to go. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. They put Kelsey in motion. He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Gray is the motion man here. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. The motion man is Johnson. Here's Dalton. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Throwing, Dalton. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Now Dalton. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Chiefs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put Kelsey in motion. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So if they can continue to find these matchups and these holes in the secondary with this quarterback and this playmaker group, man, this is a tough offense to slow down.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. That one taken in. Kadarius Toney. Touchdown, Chiefs. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Dalton to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Dalton. Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big play for the Panthers. 47 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Handoff. Running left is Brooks. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 27-yard line.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A give here to Pacheco. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I think what stands out here, Mike, is there's a lot of guys in the league with the ball in their hands. They have great straight line speed, but it's the footwork. It's the ability to make you miss. That's what stands out about this guy, and you can see here on the big game.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
Nice job there by Kelsey moving the chains, and to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at such a high level, you can make an argument he's one of the most popular guys in the entire league, and he's still one of the best players regardless of position.
1st and 10 for Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
13 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
First down throw, Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. Good blocking, and he's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs add on to their already sizable lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw is Dalton. That one complete to Johnson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Dalton. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Mingo, the man in motion. They'll look to throw again. Catch made right side by Thomas.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Defense. Still second down.
Here's Dalton. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Tremble comes in motion. Throwing, Dalton. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And it'll bring up second down.
And 5 yards to go.
Mingo, the man in motion. Now Dalton. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Tremble comes in motion. He'll look to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up.
Panthers field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
No issues there. This one is good.
Makes the score.
And the Panthers will cut into that lead. Hardman now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
And it's 3rd down.
They put Kelsey in motion. On third down, Mahomes. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Panthers offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Carolina Panther. First and 10.
They'll motion over Thielen. They'll look to throw here on first down. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
38-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He was defended by Brian Cook.
Dalton to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. The motion man is Johnson. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's got his man, right side, it's complete.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
Dalton. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
And 10 yards to go.
Mingo, the man in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this ball incomplete. on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
7-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco.
Isaiah Pacheco, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.